Welcome to this episode of Broadbands for Seniors. Today we're looking at our big screen TV there, and into the big screen TV we've got this device called Chromecast connected to one of the HDMI sockets. So on the remote, if we hit the source button, we can scroll through the input source menu. So digital television, that's your regular free-to-air stuff. That's coming through now. We've got SBS on there. SBS Chill. Then if we again hit the source button, and what we're doing here is we're trying to find it'll be the Telstra television connected into the HDMI 1 socket that refuses to cooperate. Then we've got HDMI 3, and into HDMI 3 we have this Chromecast device, and that's receiving pictures from Google Pictures photo album and displaying on the screen there. So very boring stuff until we then look at this phone that I'm using here, and if I wanted now to project what I'm watching on the screen, which is not the camera, which is the camera at the moment. So I can use an app called Google Home, and Google Home can be downloaded at the App Store, and start Google Home, and these are two devices that are connected to different televisions. One is downstairs and one is upstairs, so they're in two separate buildings, and I can have two different audiences watching what I'm doing on the phone, and I can be connected to the people in each of these rooms via the intercom or telephone. And when I put what's on the screen onto the in the same room, it's not such a big deal. But if I cast my screen to a different room with an audience in it on the other side of the world, then this technology becomes pretty attractive. It has a lot of useful applications for business. And so today what we're trying to demonstrate is also how do I find a recipe on Taste and add that to my Coles shopping list. Well, Taste, you can see here are a recipe website, Coles shop recipe. I hit this button, or not even, and then I'm taken over to Coles online shopping, where I can complete the order. Okay, or add, right, so I won't do that today, that's a separate tutorial, but it's quite useful if someone is in the other room and knows, for example, oh, we've got eggs, don't get those, we've got cocoa, don't get that, so on and so forth, so that we can get the shopping list on Coles finalised based around what recipes I would like to prepare for the upcoming week or fortnight or month. And that's a very useful technique, because it means that I can do that process without physically having to be in the same room. And that person could be in a retirement village or something like that and needs assistance with preparing the grocery shopping. The other thing we're looking at today were cars and how to send. In fact, I'll use this as an example. If I wanted to, I could share this recipe. We were looking at cars, but I'll keep it brief today. So let's look at how can we share this recipe with the person now. I pick up these ingredients. So I hit the share button 8 times. And we have WhatsApp here. We've got Yahoo, and we've got Trello. So let's look at Trello, and let's look at sending this to my son so he can make tiramisu. When we have Trello appears, I'll put it in the communication log card and hit create. Now that will have created a card on Trello, and we will have separate tutorials delving into Trello. But just quickly, this allows sharing that information to, let's say, a group of people who also have visibility of the website. And if we go to that website, or that, it's not a website, it's called a board, we can see this is where we're keeping a communication log. And all of our ideas are, you know, rather than just an email or in a text, they're put together. And if we sort the list by the date created, no, the other way, newest first, sort the list down the bottom, newest first, then hopefully the last email, the tiramisu recipe, appears at the top, and it does. And that's when we click on that, there's the link. This person that subscribes or can see my communication board knows that, oh, I'll go there and check that out. This is what I've got, you know, planned for dessert this week or whatever. Or if it's grandma in the shopping village, she can say, yep, could you, here, I like the look of it, I want this recipe. And then the person receives it and goes, oh yeah, cool. I can log in and I can log into Coles, and we can do the shopping together in a collaborative way. I'll combine my shopping list with her shopping list and so on. Okay, so thanks very much for watching, and I hope that's proved helpful. Another episode of Broadband for Seniors. Goodbye.